Today, guys, I will be transforming a Dollar Tree pumpkin sign into a farmhouse style wreath. If this is something you're interested in seeing, please do stick around. Welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, my name is Claudette with MsPuff Creative Corner. Let's go ahead and jump right into today's project. So everything you see here I purchased from the Dollar Tree. So each item is only $1. So the items I selected to do this project with was some maple leaves. I picked up a nautical rope. They had a wonderful selection of fall ribbons, and these ribbons are wired ribbons, 9 feet long, 2.5 inches wide. They also carried wreath hangers if you don't already have one at home. You're also going to need some Mod Podge and of course our sign. So for this project you're going to need some form of a paintbrush. So I selected a pack of sponge brushes from the Dollar Tree, which comes 5 in a pack. You can also find these signs on Amazon for $5.45 for 1 pack or $7 for 2 packs. So this is really a steal at the Dollar Tree. Yep. You're also going to need some printed paper or designer series paper. I'm using this printed paper by Stampin' Up. It's designed on both sides and it's measuring 12 by 12 inches. Okay, so we're going to start out by spreading a generous amount of Mod Podge to the back of our sign with our sponge brush. Remove your hanging device before you put your Mod Podge down. Because we're working on the back of our sign, this becomes an interchangeable sign where we're still able to use the original sign. Next, we're going to adhere our designer series paper, smooth that out so it sticks down well. Make sure it's nice and smooth, you have no lumps and bumps. Then we're going to flip it over, take our scissors, and you want to probably take a smaller scissors as I did here and cut that around. And that's going to be the smaller scissors going to help you get into those little dips and grooves. If you guys are liking what you're seeing here today, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below as well as the bell icon so you can be notified when I upload my latest videos. As you guys could see, the 12 by 12 was barely a perfect fit for this sign, so you don't want anything smaller than 12 by 12 inches. I also had some jute twine in my stash, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap the stem of the pumpkin with that. This jute twine also came from the Dollar Tree. If you guys are getting any creative value from this video, go ahead and smash that like button down below so my video could be seen by other people like yourself. So once the stem is wrapped all around, I'm going to make sure it's an even distribution on either side. Then I'm going to secure both loose ends of the twine with some Mod Podge. So to add some protection to our designer series paper, we're going to add some Mod Podge on top of it. Make sure you get enough Mod Podge around the edges to seal those ends. As seen here, a wide brush would work better with this project. So next I'm going to adhere my nautical rope around the edges of the pumpkin. I'm going to stick that down with the help of the wet Mod Podge along with my art glitter glue. Make sure you follow the curve of the indentation so you could get the actual shape of the pumpkin. So you want to apply nice even pressure on top of your rope so the glue could get into those crevices and stick down nicely. The Dollar Tree had different shaped pumpkin signs, but I like this particular one because it was short and stout and the indentation to the bottom of it. You could check out other signs for other occasions at the Dollar Tree and create something similar. So once you clip your ends, make sure those are nice and secure with your glue. And as you can see, the edges look well finished. Make sure the inside of your pumpkin is completely dry so you don't add any streaks when applying your ridges. So I am going to cut 2 strips of the nautical rope to create the inner ridges of the pumpkin. And I am just going to connect it from the top to the lower indentation on either side. I'm going to use my glue to draw a curved line so my ridges could have a nice beveled look. I am using Dollar Tree clamps to keep those edges together. You want to make sure your ridges are nice and evenly beveled out. Instead of using a nautical rope, you could also use flexible twigs. That would work too as well. So out of all those ribbon, I decided to just use two, the burnt orange and the one with the fall leaves. As you can see with the first bow, I created 2 loops, then took the pipe cleaner and twisted around the base of those 2 loops. You could also get pipe cleaner at your Dollar Tree. Initially, I created a bow with a total of 8 loops, which was too large for the wreath. So I dialed it back a notch and just created 2 simple bows, each having 2 loops. The second bow, I create a simple bow with the knot in the middle. So to each tail of the ribbon, I cut in a fishtail design. After that, I combined both bows with a pipe cleaner. Then I took my wire cutter and I cut off the excess pipe cleaner in the back. Next, I'm going to adhere my bow with some hot glue, and then we're going to reattach our hanging device. Then I'm going to add some of the maple leaf. The pack of maple leaf came with multiple colors, but this needs some green in it. So I'm going to just pull out some of that green in that multicolor ribbon. Then we're going to fluff our ribbon up, then we're good to go. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Until next time. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, maybe you want to consider watching these other videos.